Hi everyone, it's Amber here. Today I'm going to show you a really super easy table runner. Many of you may have this, it's been around for a long time, but it uses a border print. I have already taken and prepared the border print that I'm going to use to do this demo. It takes 1.5 yards of fabric, and what I've done is separated out 2 of the borders. They would normally be stacked like that on the fabric, and I just cut so that I have the same cuts on the top and the bottom of both of them. I'm going to put these right sides together with the same motifs facing each other. So the houses are going to be on top of the houses, and the sandals on top of the sandals, and the swimwear on top of the swimwear. And we're going to line that up so that when I peel it back, you can see that everything is lined in order here. This is a super simple table runner. It is a great gift for giving to a hostess as a hostess gift. It's a great thing to put together for yourself quickly. You can actually make your own border print if you don't find one that you like. If you want to sew some strips together, you can do that. Now I'm going to use the Creative Grids 60-degree triangle ruler. And I'm just going to open up my pattern to make sure I'm making my cuts correctly. There's some throwaway in this. There are things that you can do with that, but I will show you what that is as soon as I'm done. Okay, this I'm going to line up. It's 11¼ inches, so I've got a 12.5 inch ruler here. I'm going to grab my cutter, and I'm going to make that cut. Didn't sound like it was making it, so. All right, I'm going to set this one aside. This is the one I'm going to keep, the first cut. If you notice, this ruler has a flat top so that when you cut it, you have your 1/4 inch seam allowance at the top. That's very important. A lot of the 60-degree rulers that came out earlier don't have that, and this just makes it so much easier. I'm going to flip my ruler over, line it up with the other side, and make my second cut. Now, this is what they call the discard triangles. I'm going to set them aside. I don't want them to get mixed up with this one, but there is something I can do with that in a few minutes. I'm going to go to the opposite end, and I'm going to line the ruler up again. My ends are a little bit off here, so let me get those straightened up. I'm lining it up. And making my 2 cuts. This again is my good one. It's my first cut. Looks like my ruler or my blade has a little bit of an issue here. Should have checked that before we started filming. And then I'll make my second quote throwaway cut. This is not a good angle to get this from, so I'm going to grab a ruler, put it right up against it, move this out of the way, and make my cut that way. Okay, there's my throwaway from that. Getting my rulers out of the way now. I'm going to lay this out, open it up like this. This will follow along like that. And this one up here. You can see how this is going to turn out. You're going to sew this seam first, and then this seam, then you'll sew this seam, and then this seam. You'll press these, I would press them open, then you're going to bring this one and put it on top and sew that one straight seam across. And you have a really quick table runner. I think this one goes together much quicker than the 10-minute table runner does. You can see I've demoed it, how to do it in just a few minutes. We have a nice assortment of border fabrics here. Kathy's going to pan down on those. We've got the summer beach wear. We've got some patriotic borders. Then we've got some that are more beachy with whales and a ship. Then just some elegant things coming up. The greens and then the magnolias. Then we get into poinsettias. And we're going to end up with sweet little gnomes. And everyone loves them. I did say that you can make your own striped fabric to make these with if you find a couple fabrics that you want to put together. So this pattern runs $10 and the ruler runs $35. This is the leftover fabric from the two border prints that I cut up to show you. It is enough to make one more table topper or table runner, or you could use it as the backing for your quilt. Now, if you choose to make it into a table topper or table runner, after you're done, you'll have 2 more sets of discard pieces. I'm going to take all 8 of the discard pieces and make them into a little 8-sided table topper. Actually, it'll take 2 more and you'll discard 2 more. So it's 7-sided. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6-sided. But this is a fun project to make. It's cute in the middle of your table. It gives you a great value for $1.50 yards of fabric. You get 2 table runners and a topper out of it. Come by us and see us. Get one of these great patterns and ruler. We're open from 10 to 5 Monday through Friday and 10 to 3 on Saturdays.